Hello and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. In the last episode, we found the watch that we were supposed to find from the very get-go. It only took us about, 4 hours. Because I basically bumbled around and did everything but that. What have we got? So we have, our basic skills, yes. Do we have... No, we have 27 experience points. That is not as much as I was hoping for, but that's alright. Jessica looks busy, but then again, she always does. That letter from Qa'Rajh was a real surprise. I didn't read it. What did it actually say? Basically, he just asked if I could come visit him because he needed help with something big, and he knew that I had an adventuresome spirit. Adventuresome spirit. Yeah, that's Murray, alright. I haven't seen him in ages. I mean, I only saw him at Crimbo, and sometimes he came with us when we went camping in the summer. But after I moved out to go to college, we kind of lost touch except for birthday cards. But you dropped everything to come see him. I wasn't carrying anything of value. Just a crappy desk job that I was sick to death of. Well, working here will definitely be more exciting than working at a desk. You yourself are working at a desk right now. Yeah, but you aren't taking over for me. You're taking over for Murray. Let's hope it's just a temp gig. So, really what we have to do to progress the story now is to go to sleep. But, before we go to sleep, there is one thing that I want to do. Well, quite a few things that I want to do. So, you might have seen that this is now open. And I accidentally walked over here and tried to enter the door. It gave me the option to search under the mat, and after a bit of a convoluted back and forth, like, do you really think that there's a key under the doormat? And I was like, yeah. And it was like, alright, well, there is. However, in order to open this, we need some not insignificant skills. I think the closest is muscle here, because we only need 6 muscle, I think. Yeah. So, that's for later. Is it possible to... sorry. Is it possible to grind up so that you have all the skills for this just in the first day? Sure. Sure it is. But, that would take a lot of grinding. And our experience gain at this point is not particularly great. And we don't have a way to increase our experience gain at the moment. So, yeah, better not. But what I really wanted was to go in here and see if any new information had been posted. So the oldest, nothing. Nothing? Nothing. Nothing new, so we'll just leave. Again, nothing new. Nothing new. And nothing new. Okay. Well, I had to check. Is there anything else done here? Oh, wait. We did get an instructions manual for this. Yep, we checked that out. Complicated looking control panel. Alright, well, miscellany? Maybe books actually. Nope. Quest items. Oh, we could actually go to the speakeasy. That's probably not all important. Combat items. I'm not entirely sure. Glockenspiel flyer? Spielery. Gideon's Glock Spielery. Okay. I already know this one. Bank key. Yeah, that's it. That's it. 18th of April 1906. Huh. Could that be something? 19... Ah, yeah, it's here. Right, okay. Oh, there was an instructions manual to this somewhere. I also should check out the mask, the headgear, and get some meat for that. But I am pretty sure that I picked up a like some sort of what are it called? To-do list. Not to-do list, but in case of emergency, do this. Oh no, that's just an equipable. I don't want to equip things. I'm quite content with what I have right now. Refrigeration coil. Mana charged refrigeration coil. I'm looking it up because I know I collected something. Just don't know what it is. I don't remember what it is. So, I'm sorry to have to do this already, but you just have to bear with me. Right, shadows over loathing. What would it be called? Control panel. See, I don't want to look up too much because I don't want to spoil myself for the story. This is a blind playthrough after all, so... Ah, yes, the pneumatic tube system. That's it. Right, I mean, it says it's a quest item. Do I not have that? Quest item... I apparently don't. Okay, not this one, no. And that's that. It's not that one. No. Handwritten note. That wouldn't be it. Yeah. Really? I'm pretty sure this is it, isn't it? Well, okay, let's try it. So, push the green button for startup. The green button makes a satisfying click and you hear a motor starting up somewhere. Pull the pump in. Pull the lever. You pull the lever with a very pleasing ka-chunk and the motor noise turns into a sort of loud, windy whine. A yellow light is glowing on the console. Okay, what is... Oh... Right, okay, so it's basically... Right, so that would have dealt with the fishmen. Right, okay. Well, that explains why it's no longer there, because I dealt with the fishmen in a, let's say, less than friendly way. Okay. Then it's kind of pointless to do it, but now we know. And knowledge is, well, something. Oh, the speakeasy. I own it now. Speakeasy, friend. Hello, Fancy Dan. Hey, it's you again. You find Oliver? Yes. I don't like the sound of that. Oliver is gone. The handoff went extremely badly. Yeah, that's true. You go over the events at the fridge factory. Fancy Dan makes a variety of faces at various points in your story because Fancy Dan is a good listener. Oliver was carrying this with him. Dan skims the deed. It says here that ownership of the speakeasy automatically transferred to whoever has physical possession of his deed. Is that legal? None of this is legal. Oh yeah, I guess you're my new boss, baby. Let's have one drink to mourn the old boss and another one to celebrate a new one. Too soon, Dan? Good idea. Guess we ought to change the name since, well, Oliver's Place is no longer Oliver's Place. I suppose that's right. Got any ideas? Well, you could go traditional, just call it Rain's Place, or something hip like The Purple Door, or something incisive and avant-garde like, I don't know, Noblesse Oblige. What would be a funny name for a speakeasy? I love that bass line that's going in the background. It's kind of funky. Before funk was even a thing. Well, we want to go a little bit punny. And I kind of want to sort of allude to the fact that it's a speakeasy. So I'm going to call it... This is stupid, but I'm going to call it the Open Mic. Now, down to business. To business? We make beer in the house, so that's safe, but we're out of everything else, and based on your story, I'd say the stuff at the factory isn't safe to use. Yeah. If you can find booze or mixers or garnishes, bring it back here. Any idea where to get started? Nope, but you might check with Barnaby. Barnaby? Dan pointed to the milky-eyed sod at the table by the wall. He doesn't see very well, but he's got a nose for news and 6 cents for booze. You might know where you can find what you're looking for. Can I... Oh, now it doesn't cost me anything. Have another drink. Or maybe it does. I honestly don't know. Okay. Alright, Barnaby. You buy him a drink and await his prognostication. After a few moments and a few sips, he clears his throat and speaks, "The lake is deep enough to drown dreams, but not the sins of the grandfather." Alright. The spittoon has been placed at a really challenging height. Hey Dan, your spittoon's kind of inconvenient. Nah, baby, that spittoon isn't for spitting in. That's gone out of style now that mass-produced cigarettes are readily available anyway. No, that's a bona fide historical artifact. What, really? That's right. Belonged to a famous adventurer from Frisco just before the turn of the century. Really, who? Well, nobody's exactly sure. A lot of people think it belonged to Mumflumperdink. It's a strong theory because there's one thing we know about that cat. It's that he loved spittoons. But other people say it belonged to a fella by the last name of Thurnleon. A whole lot of people claim it belonged to a whole lot of other people, actually. So, this this is an interesting callback. Mumflumperdink is the name that Markiplier gave his character when he played West of Loathing. And I'm guessing Thurn Lion is the Northern Lion as he played it. I wouldn't know that one, but I've definitely seen Mumflumperdink because I remember watching Markiplier's playthrough and was just like he was cracking himself up at the stupid name. But he did love spittoons. That was definitely correct. They didn't use it for spitting into, they wore it as a hat. What? You gross. Right, they sure got into weird stuff back then, yeah, no kidding. I like that. That's a callback to not only the people who helped sort of bring the game forefront, but also sort of make it kind of popular. And I think that is an important and kind of misunderstood thing that games don't really do, but definitely should do more. Oh. For a moment it looked like, because of the way that Gabby had stopped, it looked like my face was on Gabby's body. And that's kind of horrifying. Oh, yes. It's not really important. We could go to the Gideons. Well, 5 meat earned. Lost 5 meat gained. Did I also get experience for that? No, I didn't. Okay, that's reasonable enough. Well, we have some headgear. Hats. Well, we only have one apparently, but we have 2 of it. Hip. 30 meat. So what does the welding mask do? 1 physical armor and 1 hot armor. I think I prefer my uncursed fedora, actually. At least for the time being. Okay, let's head to Gideon's, seeing as that is now available. We still need fuses for... Oh, Earring Music House. Not yet. But seeing as we're not... Gideon's Glockenspielery. As soon as they notice you, these Glockling guards start playing a menacing tune on their Glockenspiels, as well as menacing a tune as it's possible to play on a Glockenspiel anyway, which is honestly not particularly menacing, but their intent is clear. Hi, hello, what want you? I mean, I want to fight you, but I want to go look at the building behind you. The old Glockenspiel shop, that's a hideout. You are in there, not allowed. Oh, please? No, it's only for gang members, and that is the whole point of a hideout. I want to talk to your boss. Have you an appointment? No. Can I make one? No. I want to buy a Glockenspiel. You have good tasting musical instruments, but our Glockenspiels are not for sale. Oh, come on. Everything has a price. The price of a Glockenspiel is no meat. 9 meat? I'll pay you 9 meat for one. That joke does not work even. Nothing in particular, I guess? Okay, auf Wiedersehen. Gesundheit. Right. It seems like it's a fight then. What? Oh, it's one of these fellas. Well, you got thunder on your face. How you feel about that? Oh, rah, rah, rah! Our new cheerleading ability. What is this? Disposable ratchet. No. 3 physical damage. Why are you attacking Dagon? Dagon have done nothing and deserves only the best treatment. That's the turtle, not the god. Obviously. There's no turtle smacking for you. Pow! His damage is not great, but he's lowering up my Why always Dagon? Oh, I feel bad because I don't want to hurt the little guy, but the ring doesn't decide. Oh, now he's stronger, so he might be able to resist more lightning. Okay, well that. What is that? The owner of this place added a huge wasp nest in case keep out sign wasn't sufficient. Alright. The Glocklins have really bled this store dry. Can I just walk on through? Oh. This goblin looks a bit tougher than the others. Also, they're at the back of the room, so they're probably the boss. They look both delighted and outraged to see you, since that's a tricky combination of emotions to imagine. Let's just go with excited. As you step up closer to speak to the goblin, you notice that they appear to be wearing authentic German lederhosen rather than the makeshift shorts and suspenders getup that the other Glocklins are wearing. Not that you're an expert in traditional European fashions or anything, though. They sneer at you with the glittering eyes. So, you break at my house and beat my guards together? Think you can Gunther the boss of the boss the Glocklin's defeat? You pause for a second to pass this. Actually, I just want to talk. Ha! You think goblins are pretty stupid, I bet. But you have one other thing coming. If I don't feel like having a conversation about goblin intelligence, can we just say yes and then we fight? Sure. Then yes, goblins are super dumb. Oh, now you have done it. I am super angry now. So we have a fight now, yes? All the Glocklins playing in here, playing exciting glockenspiel fight music, have got Günther pretty riled up. This might be a really tough fight. Is there a peaceful solution to this? A peaceful solution for you in my home invading? I suppose you want me that you just leave it. Well, yes. Okay, bye. Not really. See, I think as long as they're still standing, they might be a part of the fight. But Oh, okay. Alright, well, this will make the fighting a lot easier then. So I can't do anything with this, but I think this is an easier fight now. Oh! The minions wasn't even a part of it. Günther intends to dong his dinger very loudly. That's a sentence. That is a sentence. There you go. There's a bit of oh, he deals damage to everyone. Yeah. Don't like that, no. Not one bit at all. Kabushki. Ooh! Dagon survived. Good. Yeah. Well, that is unfortunate. Bonk. And yes, so with this and with and goblin on goblin violence. Hooray! And that made him leave. Ooh. Wow, an upright glockenspiel. This would look good in your room. But first... Ooh, 200 meat. Thanks, Gideon, wherever you are. Foot gloves. Hold on. Makes you walk on your hands. With a clapping sound, no less. Hey, it's that rock from the boarding house. Mrs. Brewster must have had it sent to you as an additional gesture of gratitude. Or because she hates the way it looks and thinks it's cursed. Either way, score! Well, we were done at Gideon's, but the eerie house is now existing. Already got one of those, but I mean, I'll take it. I'll take free item and free experience. This seems like a pretty normal house in a pretty nice neighborhood, but there's something odd about it. Some sort of uncomfortable energy that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. Maybe it's something to do with that weird droning tone you hear coming from inside, like a pained, inhuman moan constantly rising in pitch. Maybe that's it, yeah? Okay, we got no hobo language. What are those sparkles? I thought they were because of the Glock enspiel, but now it's me. You knock but hear no response, so you nose your way inside. The eerie sound is even louder in here. It seems to be coming from upstairs. Also, the owner's interior design sensibilities are a little strange. Music notes. A day stand because it's not a nightstand, get it? I do. Oh! It's all in German und du kannst kein Deutsch sprechen. Maybe Rain can, but I can a little bit. I can at least read it. Alright. A tired-looking man is playing a cello here. But who are you? Why are you in my house? Sorry for intruding, but I heard the music and I guess I have an intrusive nature. My name is Rainbows. Well, I'm Ernst Zimmer. Forgive me for not stopping, but it's vital that I continue playing. What are you doing? There's a darkness beneath my house. Did you check the fuse box? No, it's probably that then. Listen to me. I had a dream, a premonition, of a dark rift appearing in my basement and growing until it swallowed the entire house and then the neighborhood and then the world. Wow, that's quite a dream. It was not just a dream. I went downstairs to check the basement, and there's indeed a rift. As of now, it is still small. I must keep playing this cello to prevent it from growing any larger. How does the playing the cello help? The bass vibration reverberates downward and is focused by the circle of furniture downstairs. This resonance inhibits the rift. I don't really get it, but okay. Are you a physicist or something? No, I'm only a cellist. I cannot explain how I knew this would work. Okay. Do you mind if I have a look at this rift? Very well, I cannot blame you for wanting to see it with your own eyes. You'll have to reach into my pocket and take the key to the basement for yourself, as I require both hands to play. Okay. Please do not get too close to the rift. Items? No. There is some kind of black rift or portal or something on the floor over here. Maybe you shouldn't get too close to it. Get too close to it. Well, it's your funeral, if there's any of you left to have a funeral with. On closer inspection, it seems less of a rift and more of a pool of some thick, black, tar-like substance. Where did it come from? The only thing nearby is a shelf of old basement junk. Obviously, we gotta check from the top first. A top shelf has a few old tins of varnish and a big bucket of jar. As you watch, a drip of tar slowly leaks out of a hole in the bottom of the bucket and plops into the puddle below. Well, there you go. Mystery solved. Try to fish? Yeah. Why not? What could possibly go wrong? It's too empty to fish now. Alright, well. Can I? Nope. I mean, I solved it. Solved it? What do you mean? There's no dark portal down there, fella. It's just a puddle of tar leaking from a bottle on your shelf. Tar? Oh my goodness, this is mortifying. I've been such a fool. Hey, don't beat yourself up about it. It was a pretty spooky coincidence after all. Well, at least I can stop playing this cello. I'm exhausted. Attaboy, go ahead and take a breather. Everything's fine. Okay. Uh-oh. Maybe convincing Simmer to stop playing his cello wasn't such a good idea after all. Ooh. Shh. Every one of these molding books is titled Blood. It would appear that two ghosts are playing a very spirited, haha, game of chess. The daystand has become a nightstand. Oh, at least they didn't spell out boo. Of course I want a fish. Not where I expected the... This isn't tea. Eldritch Mist. Moth have eaten all the contents and most of the container. You pull out a sheet, it's a piece entitled All Albeit and No Spiel Makes Ernst a Dull Boy. Oh jeez, that sure is a rift of darks, or dark rift in space over there, just like Simmer was afraid of. Looks like the tar was just a coincidence, unless it was magic shadow tar or something. It probably wasn't magic shadow tar. Ah, well, nuts. Ooh, hello. Why are you, You find yourself in an infinite black void, or well, it looks like an infinite black void, but you have the uneasy feeling that your brain is only showing you an infinite black void because it doesn't want to try and process what this place actually looks like. It's a weird feeling. Ooh. Alright, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hello? Ah, this creature is built more or less like a large muscular person. If you built a large muscular person out of some kind of writhing black ooze and or smoke and or just plain raw darkness. It has a fist-sized glowing crystal embedded in its chest, about where its sternum would be, and as you draw near you can feel it radiating invisible in waves of energy, kind of like heat coming off of a radiator, except also the opposite of that, and also not at all related to that. Look, incomprehensible forces are tricky to describe, okay? The creature shambles back and forth, waving its arms in a way that almost looks like dancing, or praying maybe, or maybe just an absent-minded flailing. It seems oblivious to your presence, although that will probably change pretty quickly if you try to interfere with it. Like, say, if you try to pry the glowing crystal out of its chest. The creature looks extremely weak, almost docile. You make a quick grab at the crystal, but it's firmly lodged in the creature's chest. The creature howled, and its long, spindly arms flail ineffectually at you. Barely cognizant of your actions, plunge your hands into murky flesh, fingers questing through lukewarm tar until they find ribs, gritting your teeth, forcing open the cage, cracking, creaking, snapping like dry branches. You grab your prize and tear it free of the muck. The creature evaporates in a sigh of smoke. The crystal is both warm and cold in your hand, and has a slight buzzing vibration to it. What? Yeah, something tells you that this crystal is very important, as well as being really shiny and pretty. Well, you don't want to go too far from that rift. It would be a real bummer to get stuck here for all eternity. I don't know. Seems... It occurs to you that taking that weird crystal out of here might be a bad idea. On the other hand, it's yours now and you prefer to keep it. Smash the crystal. You pull out a hammer out of your inventory, or if you don't actually have a hammer, whatever object will be the most hammer adjacent that gives the crystal a solid thwack. It makes a sound like a baby being torn in half and bursts into glittering shards that shoot off into the darkness. Immediately you feel... Well, I was going to say a massive earthquake, but since you aren't standing on the ground, you wouldn't feel that. It's more of an everything quake. You should probably get out of here. Uh-oh. You dive back through the rift just before it collapses and vanishes heels. Thankfully, you find yourself back in Ernst Zimmer's basement, not some kind of horrible between-dimension purgatory. You run up the stairs to tell Ernst the good news. Whew! And Simmer is looking pretty nervous about this whole situation. I fixed it. I closed the rift. You did? That's wonderful. I owe you my life and probably also my house life. Here, take this cello. I have no further need of it. To be quite frank with you, the thought of playing it ever again only pains me. Muscle +3. Oh! Simmer's cello. Well, technically it's Bo's cello right now. You have no idea how to play the cello, but you do know how to swing a great big club. Thanks! Well... that was eventful? Question mark? I think that is all that we can do for the time being. Let's see. We beat up 2 of the gangs. With, well, 3 of the gangs technically, as we also beat up the doughboys. I think we shall go ahead and sleep through to the next day in the next episode. But until then, take care.